myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Ends his final game with a walk-off single.
Here's the drive to left. That one is long gone.
Welcome to the Long Gone
Exactly.
podcast. With me, as always, is S-Man.
What up?
Steve Bard.
How's it going, man?
Fucking, hey, man.
Hey.
I love
I'm
the
a
monkey.
man of my
I don't care
word.
what anybody says.
Fucking monkeys. They fuck, man. You know
They
that Neil
fuck hard,
Diamond wrote a lot of their songs, like Last Train to Clarksville.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yep.
So.
And I think the only surviving member is Dolan's, right?
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy that they've all they're all gone except for him. That's a lot of good stuff. Daydream
Did you
Believer.
know when the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan, the first appearance in '64, that I just found this out like a couple weeks ago, that who's the lead? Davy Jones?
Yeah, David Jones. He's the
David
lead
Jones.
singer. Yep.
He was actually one of the first acts on the show that night with another group, but it was more like a performance group. It wasn't like a musician group. It was like a theater.
Oh, like a theater for. Oh, wow.
Before the Monkees were a thing. Yeah, and it was him. I was like, oh, that's fucking tits.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just like 2 weeks ago, I was like, I'm gonna watch find the whole episode.
Yep.
Of when they were, and I did, and it was fucking
nice.
awesome.
I was gonna say, I have those on DVD, so maybe I'll have to dust them off at some point and check them out. It's like
you'll find a young Mickey or young Davy Jones.
That's dope. Yeah, I think Jerry Stiller and his wife were on a different episode when the Beatles were on doing their comedy act. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they were in I think 65 or 66 when they were for Live from Miami. I think it was.
Okay, was that it? Okay, cool.
I think that was because Jerry Stiller and them used to be, him and his wife were like a comedy
team. Yep. That's crazy.
Good shit. But
that's good shit.
You know what is good shit also is
segue.
The World Baseball Classic, which if you go to Lucky Rebel, there is mostly the Dominican Republic leading in Japan, with USA coming up their ass at third.
Yep.
Pause.
Yeah, coming up their ass. Oh, big pause. Ayo. Rim job. Oh, boy. Yeah, we're here, man. People, they're doing the exhibition games. I had Canada and the Blue Jays on earlier today. And, boy, the Blue Jays really spanked that Canadian ass a little bit. But I mean, it's just exhibition. They're just getting
exhibition shit.
You know, but I think the Tigers play the Dominican tonight in an exhibition, and I think the U.S. played the Giants earlier today.
Right.
So it's happening, man. It's happening.
Here's my hot take.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, listen. Right now, the press is going wild because what the USA did in the Olympics, how great the hockey teams, the women's and the men's hockey teams, and it was just a great historic moment. Well, I've been watching a lot of interviews and with the World Baseball Classic, and they're at this thing now where they want to join the party, right? The World Baseball Classic, they're all extremely excited to join. They want to join and show that America rocks at baseball too.
That's right.
The thing is, I'm looking at the roster. I don't I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, their pitching staff is good, except the only issue is Skeens and Skubal. I think Skubal's only pitching 50 pitches and making one whole start, right?
Right. Same thing with Tarek Skubal. He's only doing he's barely gonna pitch.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the U.S. Obviously, Aaron Judge. He's dope, but I mean, I don't think they're a presumptive favorite as much as Japan is. With Japan's the three-time champion. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani, and I don't think that they have the talent that Japan does, or the Dominican, or even people like Venezuela. There's Venezuela's got Acuna. Jackson Churio, power. Still got Salvador Perez.
Yeah.
So and they still have a strong rotation as well. So
Puerto Rico strong. There's a couple
Puerto
strong ones. I
Rico.
mean, I'm looking at the roster, Steve, for the USA. I think we were stronger on paper. They look stronger last time. The last time we did the World Baseball Classic. Than now.
I agree.
I think our outfielders are a little weak. I
Mhm.
don't love Byron Buxton, Pico Armstrong, or Roman Anthony. I mean, PCA and Roman are really young, so I don't know if they understand the moment. I don't know how they're going to do. Judge is obviously the best out of that group, but like, where's Mookie Betts, right? I mean, get him in there. Where's some of these like Corbin Carroll? Well, I don't know if Corbin Carroll is American or not, but I think he is. But where's some of these guys?
He should be. All right.
They should be. Damn it.
Yeah.
But there's, I don't know. I think we could have did a little bit better.
But we got Big Dumper, right?
I don't mind it. I don't mind the catchers. I think catchers are strong.
Yep.
I don't love some of the pitching staff. I mean, like, I think we're strong within the starters, right? But come on, Matthew Boyd.
Wait, man. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. Yeah.
Brad Keller. Like, I thought he was
Kershaw.
retired. Kershaw
is retired. I know. He's more of a it's a legacy type,
right?
He's
Ryan Yarbrough. Come on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Where's Garrett Cole? Where's some of these other guys?
Yep. I know.
I'm not loving it. I mean, like I said, I'm all for the USA. I'm rooting for the USA, dude. I think
me too.
It has a hell of a shot, like they do all every time they do this.
Yep.
And they could pull off the miracle, but I think there's stronger rosters out there. Japan's being one of them.
Dude, I'm completely agree. Yeah, I mean, just getting a look at like you said, the U.S. roster, and I completely agree that that we were better in 2023. With Trey Turner and obviously still Aaron Judge and even Mike Trout and it was definitely outside of the big names of Skeens and Skubal, which we talked about won't be pitching much. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at where some of our the bigger pitchers, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Matthew Boyd made the fucking team, and Garrett Clevenger, Helen Keller made the team. Oh, sorry, Brad Keller.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. I'm obviously going to pull.
I want Garrett Crochet on there. I want some of the some big fucking big time guys. Christ.
Yep.
I mean, not to say anything against Matt Boyd or Garrett Whitlock or some of these other guys, but I just don't feel like we're putting our best out there, especially when you're limiting what Paul Skeens is going to pitch and you're limiting what Tarek Skubal is going to pitch.
Yep.
I love that Norman McLean's on the team. I love it.
Yep.
But come on, Michael Wacha. It's like, well, fuck, dude. Like, why? I mean, I'm not trying to down these guys. I think they're great pitchers, but
you know what I am? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but Steve is damn it. I want the best of the best, man. I mean,
we got Waka on the fucking team. All right. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
I want the best of the best.
Man. Yeah, I'm on that where it's just I want the best of the best.
Be proud to represent your country. All the other big name players from all the other countries are going over to represent their countries. So,
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you're gonna get that.
Show a little pride, damn it. All right?
Yeah, pride, son of a bitch.
Yeah, jeez.
But I don't know. Not a big fan of it. I mean, like I said, I think we might get pimp slapped by Japan. I think that's very likely. I think, I mean, even Canada doesn't have a bad roster. I don't hate Canada's roster. I mean, you look at some of their guys.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of them, and their pitching staff's kind of weak, but Cal Quantrill's not bad. James Taillon, Bo Naylor.
I was going to say they got,
Josh Naylor.
Josh Naylor. You got the Naylor brothers on there, Like you said, a stronger rotation with Taillon.
Oh, Bichette's not on there?
I'm sorry, man.
Isn't he Canadian born? Hold on, I got to look.
I don't know. Maybe he got deported after he left to.
Well, no, he's USA born. Why doesn't he fucking play for the USA?
Because he got his bag and he doesn't want to be in the USA.
Yeah, I guess, man. What the fuck?
He sold out for cash.
You tell me D-Row couldn't talk these guys into fucking playing?
He's no Jim.
Where's Pete Alonso?
Yeah, Pete Alonso was on the team in 2023.
Is he just, I don't know. Like I said,
this
is a fucking depressed couch fart of a roster. No,
it really is.
It's not. I just miss seeing people like Freddie Freeman and Mookie
Mhm.
Betts and some of these guys.
Yeah, I agree.
I love their coaching staff. Steve, look at this. I mean, we got D-Row. Obviously, he's
D-Row.
managing.
Yep.
Love Michael Young as a bench coach. Brian McCann, Freddie Gonzalez, Sean Casey as a hitting coach. Matt Holliday.
Sean Casey.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, George Lombard, who the Tigers.
Oh, George Lombard. Yeah.
David Ross, bullpen coach. Okay. Andy Pettit, pitching coach.
Okay. I'd take our pitching staff, or I'd take our coaching staff over the actual roster. Yeah,
I would too.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Not horrible,
Yeah.
not great. I mean, like I said,
No.
I think next time around we'll have a pretty great roster because the young guys like Norman McLean, you'll have other young guys. Bobby Witt Jr. will be more established, even more established. Gunnar Henderson, right?
Yep.
Roman Anthony, PCA, they'll be more established coming in next time around. Right now, I mean, the squad's led by the captain, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
So they're riding high coming into this too because they kind of want it to be like the Jack Hughes led USA hockey team.
Yeah. Maybe they'll catch lightning in a bottle and surprise us. Either way, it's going to be fun to watch here for the next couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Lucky Rebel. I mean, the bets are all over the place. You can get prop bets easily from, they're even doing like exhibition games, which is insane. So, I don't understand why you're doing exhibition. I mean, I get it. I understand why you're doing it, but it's like
hard to
tickets to this shit. Come on.
Yeah. It's hard to bet on exhibition games, man.
Like spring training games. Like it's you lost 20-5. It's like,
I know. I'm looking at some of these odds here for spring training games, and I'm like, seriously, yeah. I mean, okay. Well, I mean, I'm watching. There's money lines here in real time too. Yeah, Dodgers plus 176 right now as they're playing the Guardians.
Wake me up when the season starts. Am I right?
It is. I'm telling you. If you're gambling on spring training games,
if you're gambling on,
you might be wanting to call Gamblers Anonymous here.
Yeah, exactly.
No slide on the on the sites and everything, but making bets like making prop bets on the exhibition games or just in spring training in general. Might want to give someone a call.
Because that's fucking whack.
Yeah, it is. Something that wasn't on our rundown. I just wanted a quick run through the Jerkson Profar. Huh? That guy's a real. Speaking of a depressing couch fart,
and
how the mighty have fallen. Yeah,
how
PEDs
stupid.
Again. Unbelievable. Which I guess the PA is going to appeal it, but how stupid can you fucking be? I guess that one magical year that he had there that we talked about really just must have been a roided year,
Well, we never get the facts on it either. We don't know when he got tested, when he, when it was positive for PEDs. We don't know. So, I mean, they could have tested him at the end of last year and the results just came out now. Right. So I wouldn't doubt. Yeah, he was juicing for the contract, got the contract, juiced again. But how stupid you got to be. I mean, this was a guy that really fell from grace, a top prospect in all of baseball, like 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Yep.
And now he's just trying to cling on, and he's had some successful seasons. But now you're looking at it like, well, were they legit? I mean, now when you get that when you get tested again, how long are you out for? Like a whole season, right?
It's a whole season, 162. He's facing that. Yeah, they haven't officially ruled on it. Like I said, the PA is going to appeal any any suspension here. But yeah, he was out the first 81 games last year, I believe. Yeah. And then he got it again, so that's 162. And then God forbid he gets it again. I think it's a lifetime ban after that, right? Third time.
Yeah.
And you're out,
I think they should do it after 2. I mean,
I do too. Yeah, he's obviously not learned his fucking lesson. Yeah.
I mean, man, what are we doing, guys? Come on. I mean, it's
idiots.
That's one thing baseball. I mean, between gambling and PEDs, boy, it's just been
dude,
a rough road. A rough road. So, well, this week we have Then and Now again, moving over to the center fielders. But before we do that, Steve, how about we hear a word from our sponsors?
Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned card enthusiast, the Penny Sleever is your one-stop shop for all your card protection needs. They carry everything from classic regular sleeves and versatile top loaders in multiple thicknesses, 35 point, 55 point, 75 point, 100 point, and beyond, to premium magnetic card holders and specially graded card sleeves perfect for PSA and SGC slabs. Need resealable bags, team bags, vintage sleeves, or colored top loaders? They have over 71 products in stock, all priced to help you build and protect your collection without breaking the bank. And now they're offering an exclusive promotion just for you. First-time buyers can get 10% off their entire order with promo code LONGGONE. Just visit thepennysleever.com and use that code at checkout. Don't let your valuable cards go unprotected. Shop the Penny Sleever today and see why collectors trust them with their most prized possessions. The Penny Sleever. Premium protection, penny pinching prices. Gotta love our friends there at Penny Sleevers. I talk about it a lot, but great people. Shipping rates are very affordable. They have a flat shipping rate, anything between up to, I believe, $50, $58, $59 is a $7 flat rate, and anything over $59 is free shipping. So stock up. A lot of product out. Topps keeps putting out new product.
Good
seems
shit,
like
bro.
Yep, look at that. Yeah, dude. There we go. Yeah, those
Love
slab
it.
bumpers are fucking
Silicone
sweet.
bumpers here.
Yeah. Topps keeps putting out the product, so head over to Penny Sleever. You sign up with our link that we always have in the description. You'll get 10% off your first order. Affordable shipping, great people. I love the folks over at Penny Sleever.
Yeah, I mean, they've always treated us really kind.
Yeah.
And it's just something, I mean, what Isaac sent to us, and it's just stuff I use. I mean, this is all I got left that I haven't used yet was just the remaining silicone slab bumpers. I'm going to have to show people later on in a future video just kind of what I've used, the product he sent me for. I mean, Steve has been rocking the coffee cup as well.
I have. Yep. Tell Isaac.
If you have T-shirts, we would probably be fucking wearing those too.
Oh fuck yeah!
I mean,
yeah.
When you stock up for baseball, right? When you gear up, when you have you got to get a glove, you got to get your cleats. It's the same thing with card collecting.
Same thing. Got to be ready. You got to have your cards look your best. Look their best. And Penny Sleever's where it's at. I mean, you put your cards in that case, it's crystal clear. I mean, there's no fogging on that shit. You can really details pristine. Those bumpers you showed, they got all sorts of, they got binders there that you can get that we've used, all assortment of stuff. So check them out. They're really dope.
Yeah. And hopefully one day get a fucking display case, Isaac. Get those.
No dies. Get display case.
I'm in the market for a couple more. I'd love to. I think I told you this a long time ago before we get to the then and now. Remember, I kind of want to do that thing where, because I've collected so many of the top 70 project cards, which I'm obsessed with. I want to do a display case like I got back there of all top Project 70 cards on my whole bucket list. I mean, oh man, there's so many good ones. And the artist alone, I've been trying to for a while to get some artists on the show that have done those cards, and we'll probably see a couple artists in the future that have done those cards, and Lauren Taylor and some of those are just absolutely amazing. Brittany Dunn, and I mean, wow, just some really, really, or Brittany Palmer, I mean, just some really good artists. Would love to have them on. Chuck Stokes, so
be dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Penny Sleever, check them out, guys. You won't be disappointed.
Absolutely. Then and now, center fielders.
Let's do
Overall, Steve, 90s kind of weren't great for center fielders. I mean, you had some good ones, but they weren't best of the best.
Yeah, I think we agreed on number one.
Number one and number two
number
for
one
sure.
And number two. Yeah.
And I will say, the center fielders, the position now is very much like the position back in the 90s. I don't think there's anybody that's overwhelmingly like, other than who we're going to name number one.
Right.
Which is kind of crazy. They both played for the same team, our number one.
Anyway, spoiler alert. Yeah.
Kick off with a guy that I haven't even heard of I haven't even heard the name in like a decade. Who you got for number 5 top center fielder of the 1990s?
I'm going with Tigers first base coach from back in the day, Andy Van Slyke. Andy Van Slyke, he's one of those, we talk about these a lot. Was big in the 80s, started out with St. Louis, then got traded to Pittsburgh in, I believe, 1987, but still continued the production into the 90s. He was in the middle of his string of 5 consecutive Gold Gloves, which he won from 88 to 92. So he won 3 straight Gold Gloves to kick off the decade. So defensively, he was fantastic, elite, fantastic throwing arm, very, very accurate, powerful arm, and had a lot of range there in center field. Might not have been the fastest, but he really, made his plays look easy from what he was doing. And not only that, he could do it offensively as well. In 1992, he led the NL in hits with 199, had 45 doubles, and finished second with a 324 batting average. So that was arguably his best year in the 90s, was that 92 season. Won a Silver Slugger Award in that 1992 season, and made a couple of All-Star games too in 92 and 93. So could do it defensively, could do it offensively. His career came to an end there in the mid 90s, but that last chunk of time there at Pittsburgh was still pretty good. So Andy Van Slyke, he comes in for me at number 5.
Number 5 for me, I went with a guy that is beloved in the Midwest. That's Jimmy Baseball or a.k.a. Jimmy Ballgame himself, Jim Edmonds.
Jim Edmonds.
When he came out, he was a 5-tool player all the way around, and he could hit for power, hit for average, had the arm, had the defense. Wasn't bad on the bases either. Came out, I think, in 93. And you talk to Cardinals fans, their top 5 Cardinals of all time. Some people put him in their top 5. It's just who he was. I mean, he's in the Cardinals Hall of Fame for a reason. He's an 8-time Gold Glover. He was probably one of the better, maybe in this list. I wouldn't put him the best in this list defensively out of the people, but he's at least a top 3, top 2 defensive guy on this list if we were just going defense. Right. But Jim Edmonds was the dude, man, coming up in the Cardinals in the 90s, started, like I said, in 93. And he was invaluable. I mean, he was so invaluable to the Cardinals in the 90s. 408 RBIs, 121 home runs, 290 average. I mean, and he was a guy that just a good-looking dude to this day, man. I mean, he's in his 50s, and he's still just girls love him. Girls love him. He was slick in the 90s, man. He kind of reminds me of, if I can compare anybody to him today, because you're talking about Jim Edmonds, who was like, I think he was like 6'4", 6'3". I mean, he was a bigger center fielder. Today, I think like a Jackson Merrill would very much be a nice comp there. Yep. Merrill would be a good comp for Jim Edmonds, or Edmonds comp. So Jim Edmonds, number 5 for me.
Solid pick. Love it. Number 4 for me is a guy who, arguably could have been higher up on the list, but I slot him in at number 4, and that's Bernie Williams for the for the New York Yankees. Not only can the guy play a phenomenal guitar, he can also was a phenomenal baseball player. I mean, people talk about the Yankees and how they always can buy World Series championships. Well, a lot of these guys in the 90s, for the dynasty near the end of the 90s, was homegrown talent. Your Jeters, your Pettits, your Posadas, and Bernie Williams was another one of those guys. A Yankee through and through his entire career there. Could do it offensively as a exceptional switch hitter, which is kind of rare at the center field spot. He did win a batting championship in '98. Very, very consistent batting average starting in 95. He is one of the best hitting center fielders. Had a career 297 batting average, but combine that, that average with power, get you 20, over, 20 plus, even, tapping 30 at times in his career. So could get you those home runs, could do it for you defensively. And it didn't help, it didn't hurt him that he was on a Yankees team that, the end of the 90s there won three World Series championships, and hell of a postseason performer, 280 career postseason average with 22 home runs, 80 RBIs, and 5-time All-Star, and 1 Gold Gloves, I think 5 years in a row there, starting there in the 90s. So the guy could do it all. There's a reason why he was 4-time on the Gold Glove. There's a reason why he's in Monument Park, and Bernie Williams comes in for me at number 4.
Great pick. Number 4 for me. This guy is, when you think of the 90s baseball, this guy like goes hand in hand with 90s baseball. It's Kenny Lofton. For the Cleveland, at that time, Indians, now Guardians. He's in their Hall of Fame. He'll never make the Baseball Hall of Fame, which,
No.
I mean, he doesn't have the stats, never had the accolades. 6-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove, 5-time AL stolen base leader. When I think of guys who were the epitome of what a leadoff hitter should be, it's him. I mean, he was in the mold of very much of a Rickey Henderson, very much in a Rickey Henderson. Maybe not as good of a hitter as Rickey Henderson, but he held his own. And I mean, it was really hard not to like Kenny Lofton. When you think of Darryl Green for the Redskins back in the 1990s for the NFL, I kind of say that was the Cleveland Indians had their Darryl Green, and it was Kenny Lofton who was fast up until he retired. I mean, he was always just a speedy guy. When they ended up going, when he was with Cleveland, I mean, remember Willie Mays Hayes for the movie Major League, played by Wesley Snipes, and then again by later on number 2 by Omar Epps. I mean, it was in the mold of like, even though it came out before Kenny Lofton joined the Indians, it was kind of in the mold. Kenny Lofton was the Willie Mays Hayes of the Indians, oddly enough. For
sure.
And it just he was never a liability in the outfield. He was always one of the best fielders around. That's one thing I'll say about 90s center fielders. They probably had some of the best gloves around. I mean, they were so good in that position. I mean, even the guys that came after him, they mimicked what the 90s center fielders did, which we'll talk about some of those more of those center fielders in a bit. But Kenny Lofton has always been in high regard for me. I've always respected him as a player. I always hated when the Tigers played him because he always seemed to have a good game. He's like Stephen Kwan is now. Stephen Kwan owns the Tigers. Whit Merrifield used to own the Tigers. Now it's Stephen Kwan. And before that, it was Kenny Lofton. So got to put him on this list. Kenny Lofton, number 4 for me.
Well, I love him so much. He's number 3 for me for everything that you said. Had the speed, consistently swapping, between 50, 75 bases per season there, in that 92 to 96 stretch. Great range in the outfield, 4 Gold Glove awards in the 90s. It seemed like he had great instincts on making routes for the ball, and he could do it offensively too. Get him on base, he's going to steal some fucking bags like it was no tomorrow. Regularly hit right around 300, had great on base percentage, and it was very, during those teams in the 90s, he was very durable too, always playing 130, 140, 150, 150 plus games a year. So, steal your bases, get your defense, get your hits. Kenny Lofton could do it all there. So, Kenny Lofton comes in for me at number 3.
Number 3 for me, Steve and I kind of switched. This guy was his number 4. This guy's my number 3. Kenny Lofton was my number 4. That's Kenny Lofton's his number 3. I went with Bernie Williams just because what he meant to the Yankees in the 90s, starting in 95. I mean, he started in 91, but 95 is really when he really like took off. And you kind of realized this guy's a dude, right? I mean, the power started showing up. Suddenly, I mean, he never had 30 home runs till 2000, but when you think of what a player means to a team, Bernie Williams, I don't think the Yankees would have won the World Series and made that big run they did in the 90s and in the early 2000s without Bernie Williams. I mean, just as valuable to them as Mariano Rivera was to them.
For sure.
I mean, he manned those outfields with just precision. He was a great leader. I honestly think, Steve, if Derek Jeter was never on the Yankees, Bernie Williams would have been the captain.
I couldn't agree more on that. Yep.
I mean, everybody loved him. He was a guy that just, and you know what? And it took me until I think 2005 when I realized I'm like, oh, he's not from the U.S. I mean, he's from Puerto Rico. I never knew that, but
I didn't either.
But obviously he's talented outside of baseball. But as a 16-year veteran in baseball, he was just just immaculate player, and just the amount of rings that he's won with the team. I mean, and the iterations of baseball he's seen. He's seen the early 90s with Don Mattingly. Then he got into the Derek Jeter Yankees started coming, and then, you know what I mean? Then he saw how they kind of changed in the early 2000s when you started getting Giambi and some of those guys on. He was just, through all that time, like when you think of like 40s, 50s, right, and 60s, you think of Yogi Berra as always being a Yankee, right? Casey Stengel never played without his man, Yogi Berra. I kind of think Joe Torre's Yogi Berra was Bernie Williams. Didn't win without him. And a guy that was he played a lot, very durable. So Bernie Williams, I'll stop jerking him off here. Bernie Williams for me.
Wait, he's almost finished.
Yeah, I'm finished. Oh,
finish him off. Oh, there it is. Number 2 for me, I went with one of my favorite players growing up is Kirby Puckett. Sadly, his career got cut short there, in the 90s because of the vision issue. But I mean, this guy literally, was very much a 5-tool player. Could hit for average, could hit for power. I mean, 207 career home runs. He had speed. He can run the bases. Had a cannon for an arm. Very fearless center fielder. Won a couple of Gold Gloves there. In the 90s, obviously, I always remember 91 that play where he leaped at center to potentially save some go-ahead runs there in that World Series against the Braves. Just his his work ethic for playing. I mean, was he he wasn't your prototypical center fielder. He's kind of like Jose Altuve when they had Altuve out there, and very short. He's 5'8", but he made up for that with just athleticism, hustle, and just fantastic instincts. Just a great leader, on that on those Twins teams, and he was very consistent. I mean, 10-time All-Star in his career, much of those in the 90s. So, I mean, what more can you say? Career cut short at the age of I believe 36 due to the vision loss in his eye, and fortunately that proved to be the end of his career. But what a career was Kirby Puckett. He comes in for me at number 2.
I echo what Steve said. Kirby Puckett, I mean, very very polarizing, obviously, after his career more so,
right? Talking about baseball on the field.
But on the field he was a sight to be seen. I mean, a lot of your old school guys, your Lelands and them. I remember sitting down with Jim Weber, used to be the announcer for the Toledo Mud Hens.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this is when the Mud Hens were a Twins affiliate, not a Tigers affiliate.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him who was the best player he's ever seen play to come through, and this was back in 08, 07. And he said of all the baseball he's seen, because I was doing a piece on Jim Weber, and he goes, from all the ball I've seen, the best player I've ever seen play this game and come through Toledo was Kirby Puckett. And he just says what he did is just, I mean, he was good at all aspects of the game. Another 5-tool player.
Yep.
I mean, he was one of the greats. And, it's sad that like Steve said, his career was cut short. Had some problems off the field for sure. But coming up, I mean, he was just a stud. I mean, he was picked 3rd overall in the 82 draft, and he had that like Vlad Guerrero kind of following where it was like the dude and Prince Fielder following. This dude's coming, and it's paused. This dude is on his way, and he's going to be good, and he didn't disappoint. And I want to even go further than that. I personally, I'm no shame to Rod Carew, I think he put the Twins on the map. Winning 87 with that first World Series win, it was like, oh, okay, Minnesota can play some ball.
Yep.
Kirby Puckett, number 2,
91. Baby. Yeah.
Yep.
Number 1 for me, this is to prove that I am not a cyborg like we talked about in last week's show, is Ken Griffey Jr. Arguably probably my favorite player growing up and still one of my favorite players of all time. I mean, I have a Ken Griffey Jr. Frosted Flakes box in my Steve cave downstairs. That's how much I love Ken Griffey Jr. I have probably over 50, 60 Ken Griffey Jr. cards. Just he was the 90s. I feel like 90s baseball is Ken Griffey Jr. Everyone wanted to mimic his swing and put their hat on backwards and just the way he played the game with ease. I mean, the spectacular catches. I know one of my favorite ones to watch is that one where he leaped in Tiger Stadium, got up on the fence there, and gets up over the wall to get that home run, rob the home run, and just a great defensive player. 10 Gold Gloves in his career. Outstanding speed. Could cover vast amounts of ground in short periods of time. Just that natural athletic ability. Very smooth the way he played. Excellent instincts, and
absolutely
the man could mash home runs too. I mean, we're looking at a guy who could hit you 30, 40 plus home runs in a season. If you were on a Lucky Rebel each season, if they had this in the in the 90s, Ken Griffey Jr. would be right up there for MVP MVP odds, right at the top where Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani are right now. Arguably my favorite player outside of the Detroit Tigers is Ken Griffey Jr. So he comes in for me at number 1.
Yeah, I mean, coming up, he was the next iteration of Willie Mays. He's also my number 1, and he did not disappoint. And he was a guy Steve and I grew up in the era of Ken Griffey, and the thing was, we could look up to Ken Griffey and not feel bad about it, right?
Yep.
He was never
off the field too.
Yes, absolutely. We all remember we mimicked him. We mimicked him at the plate. We did the backwards hat. I've got Griffey cleats when I was younger.
Yeah,
the Air Griffies. The dude was just the essence of cool. Yeah, the essence of cool. And it was so sad the older he got when it was when he was doing the White Sox and all that when he was playing
the
for
Reds
them. He just wasn't the same player. But Ken Griffey in his prime was so fucking cool, and he was just the man, dude. And instant Hall of Famer.
Yep.
No doubt. And to this day, he's still a class act. And there's nobody else in the 90s. When you think of the 90s, I said Kenny Lofton's name is synonymous with the 90s. Kirby Puckett, we're talking about
the 90s.
This guy is 90s baseball.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been Bonds if he wasn't a cheater, but Ken Griffey,
so true.
Everybody loved Ken Griffey. So
yep.
Ken Griffey for me too, Steve, coming in at number 1.
Nice. Well, let's shift from the then over to the now.
So it's a little harder.
This one was a little more difficult, I will say that.
Yep.
Number 5 for me, I went with the Dodgers. The Dodgers are a star-studded team with Betts, Freeman, Ohtani. But a guy that kind of gets overlooked a little bit is Andy. I want to call him Pages. Was Andy Pages I can always his last name always is fun, but he goes in for me at number 5. Power hitter. Last season he had 27 home runs, which ranked him 17th in the National League. Finished the season with a .461 slugging percentage and a 114 OPS plus, which is well above the league average. He seems to be in his first handful of years consistently 25 to 30 plus home run power. He actually in 2025 he was the second leading home run hitter on that Dodgers team this past season. So hit 272 last year, 86 ribs, 158 hits over 156 games in the season. He could do it offensively, could do it clutch, could do the clutch defensively too. Excellent arm strength, top 10 in average throw speed for a center fielder, 11 outs above average in 2025. Just great athletic ability. Who can forget his championship pedigree here? 2-time World Series champion now with the Dodgers. Made that crucial catch in left center to send World Series that Game 7 to extra innings in 2025. And he can do it defensively. He's developing offensively too. Only got a handful of years, but I think the future's bright for this guy. So Andy Pages comes in for me at number 5.
Yeah, he's like a mini Albert Pujols, just a little bit more athletic in the outfield.
Leave it to the Dodgers there. They can sign players and they fucking develop them too.
Yeah, it's almost
team's got it all. Yeah, it's so true.
My number 5's Jackson Merrill.
Nice.
Listen, coming off his rookie season, I thought he was the truth. I thought he was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a letdown for the next season. Last year wasn't great. I don't think. If I'm a lucky rebel and if I'm saying, okay, where's his career going to go? I don't know. I really don't know. He kind of had like a down year, like a Gunnar Henderson down year. And that was due to injury. It was due to the shakeup of the roster with the Padres. And I like Jackson Merrill, but it's hard to say what his career is going to be. But I think on the outside, if I took away the bad season, I look at what he could project to become. He could be a 30 home run plus guy.
Yep.
He's a guy that could get you 180 hits a season, 90 to 100 plus ribs a season. His strikeouts are getting up a little bit. Now, I thought he was really good in 24. I was like, man, this guy's for a 21-year-old, he's really disciplined at the plate. And then in 115 games last season, he struck out 108 times. I was like, oh, man, okay, you see they're getting away from him. Maybe he's trying too hard. Maybe that was him coming back from injury and just trying to find it. So, but I still think on paper, and I think the eye test, he's a guy. He's a guy that I think is going to be one of the top center fielders. So, wouldn't bet on it. I'm not saying he's not, but I right now he's teetering on coming off the list. So, but right now I still got to put him number 5 for me. Yep.
Oh, damn it, I am betting on him to the point of number 4. Jackson Merrill comes in for me at number 4, just based on what we did see in that rookie season of 2024. A guy that has that like you said, the potential to hit 30 home runs, drive in 100, 100 runs this season, hit close to 300. Yeah, his average dipped. He went from 292 to 264. But I'm going on potential alone here. He has the potential to be a 5-tool player, hitting for solid average, has the power, can give you some speed. He's got good range, in the outfield too, has great arm strength. Will it happen? I don't know. I'm taking a what happened last year with a grain of salt. I'm going with 2024 all the way here. And what I saw in 2024, if you can, do that here in 2026, you can, get up in that top 4 spot. So right now, I have Jackson Merrill. He comes in for me at number 4.
Number 4 for me. This one was tough. I could have put him higher, and I could have put him lower. And it's kind of the Jackson Merrill thing, right? But we got to take into consideration the age. He's 23. Merrill's 23. But it's Pete Crow Armstrong. And he's not on this list just because his mom was bangable hot in. What was that movie she was in? The Little Big League?
Oh, yeah. She was in Little Big League. Yeah. Yep. And imagine if we can have like a lesbian encounter between her mom and Christian Yelich's mom.
Let's go. Like put him up like, yeah. No, but honestly, anyway. PCA's the hope of Chicago.
Yep.
He's very much a part of their future plans. And he's the reason, I think a big reason that Cubs fans are super excited. Here's the thing, though. While I loved his numbers last year, the dude strikes out way too much for a 23-year-old, right?
He does.
155 strikeouts in 157 games. We got plate discipline has to be more. I understand it was the power game, right? He really does have a lot of good power. But you got to hone it. I think he needs to hone it in a little bit. In the field, he's amazing. Won a gold, which earned him a Gold Glove. Dark Horse MVP. He was in the top 10 voting for the National League. But, the 247 average. And I know a lot of people a lot of your analytics people who gives a fuck, dude? Look at his OPS and OBP. And it's like, dude, no, I think he could even be better. But he needs to cut down on the strikeouts. But I still think he's a fucking great player right now. And he had a little bumpy road here and there, but when he found his stride, PCA was the fucking dude. And I think this is a guy I actually feel really good about. If you were on Lucky Rebel and you're like, okay, I want to bet between him and Jackson Merrill, who have the better career, I do think PCA, just because I think there's a little bit more defensively. I think PCA defensively could be go above him. But for right now, Pete Armstrong is a dude, and I got to keep him on this list. So he's in number 4 for me.
Solid. He might be a little higher in my list. Stay tuned. Number 3 for me, I went with a guy who, oh my God, he played almost 130 games this year, so he stayed kind of healthy. It's Byron Buxton. Holy shit. Yeah, bro. All right. When Byron Buxton, when healthy, is a fantastic baseball player, and that's why he's number 3 on my list, because he was healthy last year. This guy shows, elite speed. He was one of only 5 players last season to have at least 10 stolen bases without being caught. Exceptional power, 17 home runs. He actually, a fun little stat, tied for 5th in MLB with 12 no doubt home runs. So, has fantastic power. So when healthy, he can hit you the long ball there. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I was looking at 2024. 35 home runs here in 2025. So he had a career high, and when it comes to home runs there, average did dip from 279 to 264 this past season, but was a dark horse MVP and made the All-Star team. And his defense second to none. I mean, the guy is Gold Glove caliber, defensive outfielder here. He's only won 1 in his career, surprisingly, in 2017, but he, covers a lot of field, can make you the plays, has a fantastic throwing arm. So for all those intangibles that he has there, the arm, the defense, the offense, stays healthy, he's going to continue to be near the top of this list. So Byron Buxton, he comes in for me at number 3.
Number 3 for me is Byron Buxton as well. I've never been a big Byron Buxton fan. I think he's a great player, but there was this running joke that Steve and I always have on the podcast where it's like, oh, what kind of Byron Buxton are we going to get this year? Because it's like every other year he's good. So if we are going towards the Byron Buxton, trend, this year's looking not to be great, right? Because last year was good.
Nope. Yep.
So
true.
And it is what it is. But like Steve said, is he going to be healthy? The guy has never played 150 games in his career, in a season. So I think he's a really good player. I think that he's not a liability in the field. I think he can be a really good player, but he's just such an odd case. Because some years it's like he'll go off, like last year, 83 RBIs. He never had that in his entire career, right? But he's had the most at bats in his career last year. So it kind of goes back to what Steve said. When healthy, he's a good ball player. But we just don't know when he's going to be healthy. And he's kind of like Corey Seager. He's very frustrating. But considering the unknown of what we got with Jackson Merrill and PCA and some of these younger guys, it's really hard to see. I can't really put them. I can't put them above Byron Buxton because Byron Buxton gave us a nice sample size so far, and Steve is in his 12th year, which is incredible. I can't. This makes me feel old. The dude,
I can't believe that
15,
either, dude.
And he's already coming in his fucking 12th year. Like he's a seasoned pro. He's getting into Jason Hayward status, right? I remember when Jason Hayward was like the rookie, and then suddenly he's an old man. Crazy. Yep. He was supposed to be like the next Andrew Jones and never came that way. But anyways.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. What do you do? Byron Buxton for me, Steve, number 3 as well.
All right. Well, number 2 for me is a guy who you had a little bit lower, but you know what? I'm high on the PCA train. So I have a PCA Pete Crow Armstrong coming in for me at number 2. Loved what he did last year. Could do it in the outfield. Gold Glove, one of the first of hopefully many Gold Gloves in his career this past season. Top 10 in MVP voting. Made the All-Star team. Fantastic, like I said, offensively, he hit over 31 home runs, 95 RBIs. Got the average up near 250, but he could do it. Like I said, Gold Glove in the field, got that cannon for an arm. A lot of stuff that Michael talked about earlier. Hot mom and everything, and but he's definitely the he's one of the future pieces here. Here in Chicago, and definitely a steal that Chicago got when they made that trade with the Mets all those years ago there. So PCA, he comes in for me at numero dos.
Number 1 for me.
How about number 2 for you, though?
Number 2 for me. I was like, something's not right here on my rundown. Number 2 is Michael Harris II. I trust Michael Harris II. I know very many people are going to be like, dude, what the fuck are you thinking?
Reddit's going to blow you up.
List.
He's not.
He's young, 24 years old, but I think he's gave us a hell of a sample size in the 4 years that he's played. Last season, I thought he returned to form, and I don't love his batting average. I thought he's better than getting over 100 strikeouts, but I think he was kind of taking up for the slack of just the hurt lineup that was Atlanta. Right. Yeah. It's like, who's going to be, he was the most healthy guy in their lineup. I mean, Austin Riley wasn't healthy. Acuna was back and forth. Ozzie Albies is never healthy. So it was like me and Matt Olson. Let's go, bro.
Let's go.
But I actually think Michael Harris II can have 30 home run power. He hit 20 last year. His highest, had 86 ribs. I like him in the field as too, I think there was so much promise of him as in a rookie when he won Rookie of the Year in 22. And I know people are saying, well, it's been downhill since then. It's like, yeah, for the last couple years after that. But I thought last year was a great, like, okay, this is what he can do.
Yep.
Right. His OPS of 678, I know he can get better than that. I know it's down from years past, but I really do believe Michael Harris II. When you watch him play, he does things that don't show up on the stat sheet, and he does things. He's like the table setter for that team. I always thought it was going to be Ozzie Albies, and I really do think it's Michael Harris II. And there's just a lot to love about this guy's game, and I think in the next few years we're going to look at this guy being a staple in that lineup. Aside from Ronald Acuna, Ronald Acuna is the dude, right? He is their breadwinner, but I think the Robin will be over. Some of the other ones will definitely be Michael Harris II. I think he came out of nowhere, and he's still young. He's only 24. So I got to put him above here. I know people are like, dude, you're smoking crack that he's above Byron Buxton. I'm sorry, but Byron, when we're talking
Pass
about
the
center
pipe.
fielders right now, Byron just doesn't always come through. He's like always every other guy, you know, so every other season guy. So Michael Harris II comes in for me at number 2.
Okay. I think we both agree at number 1.
Yeah.
We finally, started putting it together. Kind of a roller coaster here when it comes to him. And if anything, we talk about his bad acting skills and those MLB The Show commercials. But it's Julio Rodriguez. Put together a fantastic year last year. Another All-Star game, third of his career, made the All-Star team. Solid again, home run power, 32 home runs, 95 RBIs, durable, led the league in plate appearances and at-bats, can do it in the field with a cannon for an arm. Again, Seattle, Mike talked about earlier, Ken Griffey Jr. was number 1 for us from the 90s from Seattle, and Julio Rodriguez, center fielder for Seattle, is number 1 again. We're not going to comp him to, he's always had comparison. Is he the next Ken Griffey Jr. when it comes to Seattle? I think he's Julio Rodriguez. I love what he does defensively, love what he does offensively, and definitely, one of the, he's definitely, I think, the face of this Seattle franchise and could potentially be, keep it up, one of the faces of baseball, because he's still super young here. I mean, he's a guy who's just turned 25. So, Julio Rodriguez, no doubt for me, comes in at number 1.
I love that comment you made that he's Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, he's not Griffey, right? Who knows if he'll be as good as Griffey? I don't know. His game is a little bit different than Griffey's. So it's hard to say what Julio is going to do. But when we're talking center fielder, this is a guy last year who showed, listen, this is what I bring to the table. This is what I can provide for the team. And especially when you get good supporting cast of Cal Raleigh and some of those guys, like you have a good pitching staff. I think it just takes the load off him a little bit, because there was a lot of pressure coming up from him in the minors, right? It was like, this guy is the next coming of Ken Griffey Jr. And look at him. He was in these commercials because he's a good looking dude, and look what he did his rookie year and all this. And there was just so much pressure on him. So he regressed. And I think now we're at a guy he's coming into his own. And Steve said how young he is. I mean, he's a guy that, he's still growing. He's still growing as a ball player, and I think we're just going to see it keep going for him. So for those reasons, J-Rod, number 1.
Nice. And with that, we'll move over to where we're going, right field here next week.
Next week will be right field. And I'm saying it now, and I think I said this last year. I think we're in the golden age of right fielders.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's going
to be a fun list. I look forward to going over that with you. And well, with that, shall we take a trip over to Collection Corner?
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah.
Ready to ride the next big hobby wave? Market Movers puts the entire sports card and TCG market right in your hands. With pricing on over 7 million cards powered by real sales data, including eBay, Fanatics Collect, Golden, Heritage, and more. Track your collection on mobile or desktop. Instantly see your value and P&L by sport, year, player, set, or grade. Compare any card side by side, monitor live price swings to spot trends early, uncover underpriced deals, and set custom alerts so you never miss a move. With Market Movers, you turn market data into smarter buys, bigger profits, and a stronger collection. Sign up today and try it risk-free for 14 days, plus get 20% off for life with the promo code GONE20 at marketmoversapp.com.
All right, man. Looking at Market Movers on my Market Movers app here, I picked a good card. I think you should be able to pick the guy out. It's a guy that we talked about, fairly young. I went with Topps has put out a lot of products. I went with with this guy's Topps card. He was selected by the Milwaukee Brewers with the 63rd overall pick in the 2022 MLB draft. Signed with the Brewers for an over-the-slot signing bonus of $2.35 million, which the slot value for a 63rd pick that year was $1.1 million. So they must really love this guy a lot, right?
Love him.
To begin the 2025 season, he was rated as the Brewers' third best prospect. Didn't make the team out of spring training in 2025, but came in and basically lit the world on fire, so much so that he made an all-star team. Very shocked by that. He came in, basically, throwing gas. I think he topped out in the StatCast had on his first start 102.3 miles per hour on one of his pitches. Finished the season at 5-3, 4.36 ERA, 87 strikeouts. But the future's bright, I think, for this guy. What say you? Who do we have here? I could give you his nickname.
The Miz?
It is the Miz.
Jacob Mizrachi?
Yep, it is. It is
the
the
Miz. Did you see that video when he's throwing that ball off the app? He was throwing a ball.
Dude. I fucking freaked out.
Do you think that's AI? I think it's AI.
I think
there's no way
there's no fucking way with that someone would sign up for that.
Yeah,
and, get an apple thrown off his head when just a smidge lower and smack him right in the back of his fucking temple.
I think it's AI. I think it's AI. Just because, even they're doing it on a practice field, the coaching staff's like, no, don't fucking do that.
No, yeah.
I mean, he threw a
AI,
high
though, dude.
velocity.
Fucking AI, dude. It's fucking insane.
It's insane.
Some of the shit they can do. But anyway, look on the Market Movers app. This is a card I actually just picked up over the weekend. I had bought a fat pack of Topps and picked up the Miz's rookie card. Currently, right now, it's the raw version of it's going for an average of about $2.56, which is down about 31.8%. It's been kind of a roller coaster. If you go on Market Movers app, you can certain cars that they profile, you can keep an eye and watch the trends on it. And this card's been up and it's been down, but right now it's sitting at about $2.56. So
nice.
Yeah. What you got?
All right, went to my Market Movers app. This is a recent card that I got. You're totally going to get it. I can just tell you one word, and I know you'll get it. But
wow.
Sit here and jerk them off a little bit for you.
Yeah. If I don't get it, I'm a cyborg.
This episode.
Dude, lots of jerking, and we talked about lesbian encounters. It's been a very sexual episode.
I don't know. There's no Easter eggs, guys. I don't know why it's on our mind. 294 career average. A little over 1,200 hits, 368 home runs, 830 ribs. He's 33 years old, from California. He was actually drafted by, once I say the fucking team, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's what he is. But I'm just going to say it. Fuck it. He was drafted by the Yankees. In the first round of the 2013 draft with the 32nd overall selection. So the end of the first round.
Oh, okay.
He signed for $1.8 million.
Worth well.
A lot of people didn't think, because he tore his quad early on. A lot of people thought he was just going to be all power and that's it. But he's slowly, and actually not even slowly. I mean, the minute he got on the scene, he was one of the best players in the game. He probably will be one of the best players in history, especially for the Yankees at this time. Who is it, Steve? All rise.
All rise. Here comes the judge. Aaron Judge. Nice.
The newest captain and the captain of the World Baseball Classic for the United States.
That's right. And even though he got his teeth filled in, the power hasn't gone away. Remember we joked about that?
Yeah, we thought the gap.
He had a slump. And it was like, oh, he filled his teeth in, so there goes the power.
Yeah, he got rid of the Strahan gap. We're like, no!
Anyway.
I ended up getting this card on Whatnot. It's his Savage card. His 2000.
I got the Stadium Club.
Yeah, the Stadium Club. His 2000, which I'll have the graphic somewhere around here.
Yeah.
But his 2025 Stadium Club, Aaron Judge, Savage. It's a great looking card. I love it.
That is a dope card. Very Jurassic Park-esque.
Very, very much. Yeah, the Savage. It's got a nice hit. It was definitely a hit in a Whatnot auction. But all rise, baby. Aaron Judge is my pick of the week.
Nice. Well, with that, shall we get the candles out and celebrate a birthday?
I'm excited about this one. I know about this guy.
Okay. Looking online here at some of his cards, one of my favorite ones I've seen is 1940 Play Ball number 237. It goes for a pretty penny there. It's none other than Wee Willie Keeler. So it's a happy heavenly birthday to Hall of Famer Wee Willie Keeler, born on March the 3rd of 1872. Career 341 batting average, 2,932 career hits, 33 home runs, 810 runs batted in, 495 career stolen bases. Bounced around a bit in his career. Started his career at the New York Giants, then went to the Brooklyn Grooms, then to the Baltimore Orioles, then the Brooklyn Super Bras, then the New York Highlanders, where he spent a bulk of his time, and then back to the New York Giants to close out his career. Career highlights for Wee Willie Keeler is a 2-time NL batting champion and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1939 on his 4th ballot. A little trivia on him. Keeler had an amazing 206 singles during the 1898 season, a record that stood for more than 100 years until it was broken by Ichiro Suzuki.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so happy birthday to Wee Willie Keeler.
Wee Willie Keeler, arguably, maybe, in my opinion, probably the best bunter baseball ever had.
Well, it was because of him that they had to do they eliminated 2-strike bunts, and they made it strike 3 you're out, because he would constantly get 2 strikes and then try to bunt to get himself, to avoid the strikeout.
Shit, that could have been in your trivia too.
I could have, yeah, I saw that one as well, but yeah, dude, innovative right there when it comes to that.
When we look at benchmarks, you and I always say this guy probably shouldn't have been in the Hall of Fame. I'm actually glad Willie Keeler went to the Hall of Fame. Went in as a high 300 hitter, 341 average.
341, yep.
And close to 3,000 hits, which is good. But he was at the start of baseball, right? I mean, he was when baseball was trying to figure out what it was, right? When it was kind of like this off thing of rounders, and they were creating the game and with these barnstorming teams and just like these random ass teams everywhere. And he was the start of it. And I mean, from him grew Ty Cobb and Appljoy and some of those guys, Honus Wagner. So he was kind of the start of it with Michael King Kelly and some of those guys. But yeah, Wee Willie Keeler, man, he was, I think also he led the AL or the league in the hitting streak, right?
Yeah.
Yep. At one time before I think DiMaggio ended up breaking it. So
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, the guy could, obviously not much power, but if I can, could get on base. And once he's on base, he's going to steal you some bases. So,
yes, absolutely.
Great player. So,
yep.
Happy birthday to him.
Yeah, happy birthday, you button son of a bitch.
Here we go. Button rule change, son of a bitch. All right.
What a fucking show.
Yeah, good show, man. Good show.
Yeah, it was a good show. Good show. Next week, we're balls deep in the
World
WBC.
Classic,
We're doing right fielders.
Tune in, check that stuff out. It's going to be fun.
Maybe an interview.
Yeah.
Got some other stuff coming underway.
Yeah, we got the Hobby Huddle coming up here in a week or two for
That's
our monthly meet with either Nick or Teapot or both.
Yep. So I'm going to do, guys, listen, we have another YouTube channel too. We appreciate you guys coming on the Underdog Podcast. But also check out our other channel, man. It's the Long Gone the Podcast. And we have extra videos on there.
Yep, we post content, at least a short every day. I started ripping product. We'll have a product rip out
coming up.
Some stadium clubs, so that'll be coming up here soon. And I'll be ripping some more with Easter coming up. I have one of those Easter tins. I think I'll be ripping one of those, and continue doing that. And just a lot more behind the scenes. Kind of gives a feel of who we are as people. Outside of the podcast. So
we're not always raunchy, fucking disgusting degenerates. No,
of course not. No. Then we're that off the. No, I'm just kidding. We're that off the microphone. Yeah.
But Steve, we're look out for that video this week as well. There's just we have a lot of good content, but you can find that on YouTube. You can also TikTok. Instagram. I mean, we're kind of going everywhere. We appreciate what you guys are doing, listening and watching on Underdog and listening on Spotify and Apple and all that. But if you want some extra content.
Yeah, if you want to see much of these pretty mugs right here, check us out on YouTube.
Check it out, man. Check it out. Absolutely. But we're going to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, guys, have a great week. And we'll catch you guys all next week.
Doses.